What's up? Hey, say welcome to Vlogmas Day 18.
No.
Say welcome to Vlogmas.
To Vlogmas.
Day 18.
Welcome to Day 18.
Alright guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 18. We still got a little bit of good weather right now. I don't know if it's gonna snow or not. It says it is later, but I think we're gonna try to take the C55 out. But I don't even know if the battery is alive right now. So let's go try to start it and see what happens. Also, been doing some measuring, trying to order the part that I need for the C55 for the little T-split and the coolant. Is using the old block heater off the ML55. By the way, somebody asked me for this a long time ago, so if you guys need a block heater for an M113 or M112 probably for this to fit, let me know. Still in great shape. I've just literally been keeping it around because when we did the water pump on the ML55, the hose that we had wasn't going to work with this, and I'm not ever going to use a block heater anyways. It doesn't get cold enough here. So yeah, if somebody needs it, let me know. This piece is actually for a Jeep. This is a, I think it's used on the fuel tank for them, but this is a secret life hack that I'm hoping should work for the ML63 catch can setup. So we'll dive into that at a later date, but I think it's gonna work, so fingers crossed. All right, you guys, let's see if this thing will start. I recharged the battery a while ago, but it's been sitting again for like a week in the cold, so not for sure. It's about 35, 36 degrees right now, and it's possibility it's gonna snow later, so let's see. All right, buddy, come on in the back. We'll not put your car seat in yet, just so we can make sure. Oops, I just hit the post. Go ahead, get in there. Okay, just sit down because I gotta see if it starts first, okay? What are you doing, man? Alright. I'm not too hopeful. Might have to charge your battery up again. But let's see. It's gonna do it. Let's see. Maybe. We got this. Come on, baby. Yeah. All right, guys, we're on. I'm gonna go grab the car seat for my son, and we'll get out of here. Woo. All right, you ready? Ready? Hello? Okay. Yeah. Alright guys, we are heading out to my parents' place. I'm not going to worry about doing the coolant today, but I am going to grab the hoses so I can bring them back here and take care of that there, or take care of that back home. But what I do want to do is do a bolt check on the C55. You guys probably can't hear me right now because of the heat, but the front left only, I don't know, it's kind of random when it does it, but if I go over like a bump or take a turn a certain way, I can kind of hear the what sounds like maybe the mating surface of the coilover to the adapter flanges. Maybe that could have one loose or just not all the way tight anymore because things have kind of settled. It's not like clunking or nothing feels loose necessarily, but it's just making kind of a noise on certain things. So I want to do a bolt check on the car, and I also want to adjust the preload on the springs because I think that I over preloaded them or put too much, you know, preload on the springs. So yeah, hopefully we can make it over to the garage to do that. I'm gonna go fill up some gas and get this thing settled, but it'd be nice to finally take this thing on the road. So, catch you guys in a second. Alright guys, we are on our way. I'm not even sure the last time I drove this car, to be honest. It's gotta be like maybe 3 weeks. Definitely feels like the tires have some hard spots possibly. We're still on the 200 tread wear Acceleras, so not exactly the best tire for the cold, so we're gonna be taking it easy. But just want to get it up to operating temp. Just get it running around. Not good to leave these cars sitting. You alright back there? Okay. Let's go to Costco and get some gas. Costco is absolutely packed right now, but the life hack, always go to the end rows. For whatever reason, people just, I don't know, like ignore these ones. And you always get to wait a lot less time to get into the fuel pump. So let's fill this thing up. It's at about a quarter tank right now, but we'll just put it to at least half or so and get on our way. We're already up to temp, which is good. But you doing okay back there?
Yeah.
All right, you excited we're in the race car?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I missed it. Hope you guys did too. I love the C55. Glad to be driving it. So let's get some gas. All right, you guys, we're sitting at 389 right now. Go ahead and fill it up. Get on our way. All right, you guys are filled up. 30 bucks, not bad. Put us to almost 3/4 of a tank. So let's go ahead and rip over to my parents. We're gonna be taking the back roads over there and do some work once we get in the garage. Alright, fingers crossed, but the weather's not too bad right now. It says 43 degrees on my dash. I don't know if that's accurate, but probably somewhat close, within 5 degrees or so. Doesn't feel too cold, but that can change fast. The sky does look a little bit like snow is on the way, but we shall see. I'm just glad I get to drive this thing right now. Hope you guys are too. Since we rode some gears, man. I miss it. As like track focused or like I guess speed and lightweight focused as I've made this car, it still really is enjoyable to drive. Like just romping around town. It's not uncomfortable by any means. Even with the Recaros and everything, I really like them. I never really feel uncomfortable in this car or like I'm getting exhausted from driving it. I don't drive it on huge treks, but I drive it quite a bit and in all types of scenarios, roads. And I don't ever get sick of it. Oh boy, that road is bumpy. the other side of this back road spot. The rest of it's pretty good, but that spot back there is like crazy potholes and dips. Luckily, even with the coilover setup, we're not too low. We're sitting pretty close to stock ride height, so still gotta worry a little bit, but not be overly cautious. I had a time in the summer though, if you guys remember, when I was leaving a car show in the E420 before I put the new shocks in, or new Bilstein struts up front. Thing bottomed out so bad leaving the car show in Seattle. Felt like I have like PTSD from that moment. So every time I'm coming up to a dip, even with any amount of speed, I'm always like preparing for the worst. But yeah, that was just kind of a bad mix of variables that caused that situation. Hopefully never happens again. But yeah, we're just cruising 6th gear, 33 miles per hour, like 1100 RPM, just literally cruising. Coming up is one of our favorite little tunnel type spots. Oh, spinning the tires. Definitely not warm for this. You good, buddy? You got scared? Yeah, we don't do it too fast. We just do it right there. Are you good? Yeah. You did big eyes? Do you like it though? Yeah. You guys should see his face right now. He's making big eye expression. Do you like when the race car goes fast? Yeah. Just a little bit though, right? Not too much. All right. Well, guys, I think I will catch you over at my parents' house. See you in a sec. All right, you guys. Every once in a while, just gotta ignore the weather report. How nice this day is out right now. Oh my God, let's get this thing into the garage. All right, time to get this thing up in the air. Alright guys, let's see what we're working with here. Number one, got all these bolts at the top that I would like to double check. To be honest, I kind of wish that I put lock washers on the bottom of them, although I do have, you know, nylock nuts at the top, so it shouldn't really move, and I do have washers on the top portion too. But I'm still gonna try to squeeze those down and see if any of them have moved around at all. You know, things have to settle and everything is a big change, so it's better to just check them. And then number 2, bolts in the back here, and we'll check this center bolt as well. I'm sure neither of those have moved, but we'll check them just in case. I don't know about adjusting preload while the car is in the air like this. I know how to do it when it's off, but yeah. The other thing I should probably do, you guys can see a little bit of corrosion under there. I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint these undersides, maybe, or at least put some grease on them or something to keep them from corroding, since I didn't really paint it up. I was in such a rush to get it done for the clutch kick media video that I just didn't take my time with making them pretty. So they look pretty good, but I need to touch them up, put some paint on them at least. I don't know if my silver touch-up paint is here, otherwise I can save this for another time. But let's go ahead and start checking these bolts. Alright guys, I feel like I found a bit of a smoking gun, but I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is. But see if you guys can hear this sound. Right there. Can't even, you guys heard it for a second there, but okay, there it is. So that sounds exactly what I'm hearing. And if you go to the other side, don't have the light over here, but see if you guys can hear. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So my only idea is either this top nut or the actual preload on the spring, because this one does spin a little easier compared to the other one. Yeah, this one's a lot harder to spin. So I wonder if that is the case right there. So I guess we'll tighten things up and see. Alright guys, so I'm figuring out what I can adjust to make these kind of exactly even. What I was just doing right now was measuring just with a stick. These are rudimentary tools obviously, but put this in here and then seeing the distance between both of these, and this one actually has a little bit larger gap than the other side. This is like, you know, I don't know, 2 mil or so, and the other one is probably 1.5 or so. I don't know. They're different though. I can show you guys on camera. I'll show you this one, and let's go to the other side. And see if you guys can see. It's quite a bit thinner on this side. Put this right here, make it easier for you guys. So there's that gap. So pretty small. Let's make sure we're all the way on the bottom here. And then comparing to the other side. So I don't know how obvious it is in camera, but it's pretty obvious on this side. It's at least a thread or two more than the other side. So I'm gonna try to even that up first, and then we'll see what we can do about, you know, possibly adjusting preload on this side. Also guys, biggest life hack ever, do not waste your time with the collars. I mean, maybe depending on the kit you have, but using a punch is like butter, and it won't mar up any of the sides. Like I destroyed this one when I was trying to use the little C collars. Just use a nice punch, nice and easy hits on it with a hammer, and it comes free like nothing. I'll show you guys if you can see. Literally like butter. I was sitting here stressing that day when I was trying to lower it, trying to get it undone, and I just could not for the life of me. And then I found a nice old bloke over the pond in England that showed that little trick, and I'll be using it from now on. Alright guys, so the bottom where I measure with a stick from the bottom of the coilover, I don't know if I showed you guys, I've showed you guys in the previous video, but I measure it from down below. That is exactly the same on both sides now, but putting that to the exact same, this gap is now different. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly what is going on. I knew that was gonna be the case, but it's like the other side's preload is higher, but this one, if I like to match up the preload, I'd have to raise this, but then they'd be even further apart as far as distance. So that is what I'm a little confused on right now. So before I do anything else, I'm gonna squeeze down all these bolts up here just to make sure that's not what's happening, is one of those kind of moving around. And then I will see if I need to adjust preload. Alright, instead of going impact, which I can't really feel necessarily, plenty tight. Those are not going anywhere. Definitely the strut itself, like something inside of here. So let me see if I can throw the impact on it real quick. Alright guys, I just threw the impact on it. It's a 13/16 or probably like a 20 or 21 mil, and that seems to have done it. I'm not getting anything anymore, and it's still right on line with the measurement that I took earlier. If you guys can see that, still lines up just fine. So maybe that's all it needed, was a little zip on the impact. So yeah, we're still pretty good. I could probably zip this side down a little bit too. So I will try to get these preloads matching, I guess, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so this is where we're situated. Instead of trying to do some magic with the other side, these ones are still fine. I can still spin these by hand, hard to do with one hand, but instead of trying to mess with anything, I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten up the other side to match it with this. Since this one is happy right now with no noise, I'm gonna go ahead and just match the other side to this. So I'll raise the preload a tiny bit on the other side. Alright guys, well, I found something perfect to use. I basically need to get this to the size of the drill bit fitting in here perfectly. So just have to raise this up a tiny bit, gotta loosen this collar, and then I'll basically work this up by hand, try to get it up there, and I'll be good. Alright guys, we are golden. Sitting perfectly even on both sides now. totally solid, and don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and ugga these up a little bit, just to match the other side, since they did have a little bit of spinning. I don't think that was an issue at all, but I'll just do it for good measure. Double check the bolts in the back and we should be good. Alright guys, well that is a relief. It's always a bit concerning when you hear something, you know, clunking or clinking around in the front end suspension wise. So, you know, this was a huge undertaking and a huge, you know, customization, whatever you want to call it, dramatic change to the front geometry and suspension. So yeah, takes a little time to get it dialed in, but that was a super easy fix. I probably could have just zipped it up top, to be honest, and kept everything the same, but I'm glad that I have peace of mind and everything's measured out correctly underneath, and matching up perfectly. So go ahead and get everything tidied up, and that's about it. I don't think I really have anything else to do on this car right now, so I will keep it how it is and just get it back on the ground. Alright guys, well, the GoPro is low-key proving itself unreliable, man. The battery was nice and charged, but it just cannot survive the cold. But last thing I want to do before I take off right now is just blow out the engine bay. It's got so many little pine needles and everything sitting everywhere. I'm going to blow out the engine bay, and then once I pull the car out of the garage, I'll blow the outside of it out. Alright, future note to self, don't do this with your windows open. My driver's door window's open on accident. A little messy. By the way guys, if anyone wants one of these, let me know. I'll send it to you for free, no problem. Just let me know. Alright guys, she's ready to rock. She's ready to roll once we're heading out. We're gonna chill here for a little bit, but there she is, sitting pretty. I love this car so much. So much, man. Very thankful to have been on the journey with it and do all the things that I do with it. Love it.
We ready for my way Happy Meal.
He's recording a video.
And Dad, don't you eat it. And Dad, Doctor's at home and my Happy Meal at home. And from what at this Christmas tree. Yeah, we just doing that.
The company is a function of your type of commercial insurance, factoring in your yearly spends and talk to you.
Yeah, we just doing that.
The company is a function of your type of commercial insurance, factoring in your yearly spends and talk to you.
Alright guys, well this is towards the end of the day right now. This is after working on the C55 is what we're doing. Why are you kissing the camera, dude?
I'm not doing it.
We gotta document this for Mom. Maze, what are you eating? Taco? Fish taco?
Fish taco?
First time ever?
Yeah.
Dang.
Is it good?
With Papa.
Good, huh?
Nice, buddy. Well, guys, this wasn't planned, but starting to snow. Looks like we're gonna be driving the 200 treadwear C55 in the snow. Anyways, I'm gonna try to take off soon here. We can beat most of it. Got a handle with care package, of course, so gotta be safe.
Going back home.
Yeah, we are going back home. All right, guys. I don't know if you can see me right now, but time to get a move on. I think I've only driven this car in the snow like once, way back in the day. Like first year of owning it, back when it was automatic, but let's see how she does. I'm gonna take the back roads, take it easy obviously, avoid hills, but we should be good. Alright, you guys, sun is officially asleep. Passed out after the tacos filled him up, but weather's okay so far, not too much of a worry. So we're just making our way home slowly. Check back with you once we get closer and see how the snow is over there. So far the front end feels great, by the way. Definitely feels dialed in, just tighter than it was feeling, having that clunky noise and just kind of letting everything situate now that it's been a good chunk of time, and I've driven it quite a bit since we did that whole modification. Now that that's done too, I want to get it aligned properly, since I know everything's kind of settled. So I'll probably take it to a shop. There's a shop near me called KD Tuning that I've heard great things about, that I might have them do the alignment, or if anything I can take it back to Jay at Hankook Tire in Linwood, and I believe they do like corner balancing if you ask for it. So definitely want to get it, you know, properly dialed in, but I also need to throw in the rear suspension before I do that, and I wanted to put in some adjustable arms in the rear possibly too. Tow arms. So we'll see. Tow arms, maybe camber arms, but we shall see about that. I do have the camber arms that I could throw on up front, but I'm pretty happy with how the camber is right now. It's maybe, you know, negative 2 degrees, 2.5. That's as much as I need for a blend of, you know, what I want this car to be right now. And then in future, if it's, you know, more dedicated track setup, then I can throw on those adjustable arms in front and go for a, you know, higher negative degree, but it's doing the job as is. Subi's trying to play around in front of me, throwing flames. Got no license plate either. Hot. You know what always amazes me is the amount of people that are at the little instant oil change spots. This one's a little Valvoline one right here, but this place is like literally always packed. It's kind of astonishing as a DIY car person that, you know, most people don't even do simple things like changing their oil, but hey, it's all right. Well, we're going different ways otherwise. Could have had some fun. Alright, you guys, back home safe and sound. Proud of this car. I love this car so much. I've said that like 100 times in this video, I think, but Really happy with the suspension adjustment. It feels excellent in the front, very solid, no clunks, noises whatsoever on the way home. I'll go ahead and grab some stuff out of here. All the other cars in good shape. Let them chill. We'll see how much snow we get. Next snow day, I think it's ML55's turn again. So until then, I will catch you guys on day 19. My lucky number, by the way. 19 is my favorite number. Random fact, but proud of this car. Was super happy I got to drive it. Love driving it, missed it, and I always feel bad whenever the cars have to sit for too long. So yeah, glad I got to re-rip today, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your peoples, and see you on the next one. Peace.